Hey everybody, so welcome to Maybe Draw Daily Day 3, and I apologize for this being like a late upload, but it took a while to record this video, and you'll obviously see why as the video continues as to why this painting took so long. So at first I thought this paper was actually like good watercolor paper, and you see there on one of the leaves it was like an entire failure because the skin color kind of like scraped like the area where I wanted like a beautiful leaf color, and I tried to wipe it away, with using water like you usually can do with watercolors, but I realized that this paper here is just poor quality. Like, it sucks basically, and so I couldn't really like use the water technique where you put a lot of water on, brush the watercolor back and forth a few times, and then use a paper towel or napkin to dry it up, and I couldn't really do that. So yeah, that part was definitely damaged. So that revealed to me that this paper sucks, and I decided that I may just have to do like flat colors in this painting, and I kind of had to. So I got a little bit of blending in here, but only in like the shadows and like areas where it's like mostly solid colors. I couldn't really blend anything like you usually do with watercolors by using water, of course. And on this paper, the paper would buckle, it would wrinkle, or it's like the paper would start to break, like the little grains start coming out of the paper, and I really dislike that. So definitely won't be using this watercolor paper again unless it's just like to ink something, do something with pencils or something easy like that, because it definitely does not work with watercolors. Even though on the pack of the paper it says watercolor paper, should have looked at the weight of it, which like determines like how much water it soaks up and things like that. My mistake, obviously. So here you can see the first few like mistakes that I made and layers that I tried to blend together. So after I noticed that that the layers that I added before was just getting soaked up into the paper, or just like was just messing up the quality of the painting and just like covering up my sketch, is that I just decided to go in with darker colors to help blend it together. And I learned if you like have the correct amount of like pigment and water and just work really fast, then it definitely will blend together and just give you like a flat solid base. So that's definitely what I was going for when I redid the skin over, and later on I do the hair over. So it definitely was a process, and when I recovered the skin with darker pigment, it actually covered the sketch lines that I had before. So after that I decided to take like a shadow color just to go in like the areas that I knew I needed a little bit of like line work to help me along the way, where I can know like where certain things like know where the nose and the mouth is, for it won't be completely lost. So now I'm just adding a much darker color into the hair, and first I was thinking of like doing like a gradient, because that's actually what it seemed like it was turning into, where the first layer it was like a little bit of buckling, but the buckling in the paper caused like the hair to become like a ombre from like a black to like a light gray at the tips. And I kind of was trying to go with that, but then I had to remember you can't really blend on this paper. So that definitely was a fail, but I at least tried to like add like some ends to the hair, because I realized that it was just like a blunt end, like a straight line, and that's not realistic. Hair actually has ends. So I decided to paint in, you know, hair ends. And that was even more of a fail because it wouldn't blend into the rest of the hair, and it was just an entirely different color in the end. So I just ended up doing like a entire like black layer over all of the hair to cover all of the mistakes. So right now I'm just showing that I'm using just a little bit of like a bigger brush and a lot of water, and I'm just like laying in a little bit of color, and then I'll take my smaller detail brush and then I'll use that to add more color into it and just add more of an outline to the leaves like I did here. And I just used different variations of like red and orange mixed together, and I ensured that, you know, it was like enough pigment for all of the leaves and that it would be even and flat. So I just made like the hat an outrageous color, which is blue, because I just felt like the hat should be blue, because I entirely just saw that it was just like enough like cool tones, excuse me, cool and warm tones in the painting, and I just wanted like an extra cool tone in there, and the only like mainly cool color is blue, of course. So I of course had to do like a flat blue color. So I just took the bigger areas of the hat and used the straight blue pigment for those areas, and then after that I just decided to start lining with a big pen. And I'm thinking of starting to lining with a big pen, except the fact that it's kind of like a shiny surface, like when it hit like a certain form of light, just like granite does. Not granite, graphite, excuse me. Just like graphite does when you're like sketching and then you turn it towards like a certain light and it's like kind of shiny. Yeah, that's kind of what I just like about the big pen. So in those certain areas where it just seems too shiny, where I added a lot of ink, I'll take this Uniball pen here and I'll just use it to darken up the area and make it less, you know, shiny, because you never want like a picture to look like too shiny in case like you're trying to scan it or take a picture of it and just like the entire picture looks like nothing but like reflections and like a whole entire different color than the color that you see in real life with your own eyes. But right now I'm just taking this darker pen and laid in some lines there, and I tried to show it on camera, and it's basically what I did in the hair, even though you couldn't really see it that much. But if like you turn the paper a certain way like I did on camera, you'll be able to see like the movement of the hair. And I'm just lining the face, and now I'm just lining I realized that I've been saying lining. Excuse that, I meant to say inking this entire time. I'm so sorry. Right now I'm just inking the leaves, and I just decided to make the background some of the colors of the leaves and the classic yellow, you know, classic fall color. Yep. So after inking the leaves and the face and of course the hat, I decided to add highlights because I felt like it'll add just a little bit of like an extra pop and make the drawing a little bit more 3D. So I used actually white watercolor and it was surprisingly opaque, and I just used this for highlights on like the lips, the nose, and the little bit of like the tear sac in front of the eye. And that was about it for this drawing. So make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, guys. And make sure you like this video and comment down below any questions or topics that you want me to talk about in my next video. And I'll see you later, guys. Bye.